Gordon's got the ground game. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Melvin Gordon, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. With that, let's get out to Southern California with the call from Los Angeles. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown LA at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they can.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh! Here we go, dude! Here I come! Here I come! Deep rip!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Ready?
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability, as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses, because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group...
Ready? 18 Gators. We want it. Come to my 2.
On play action, they'll throw. nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On the ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Set 70, Indy. I got you.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, tight is right. Watch tight end. Big grip.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Set up. 10-2 soft. I'm going to run you over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. and they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 35-7 was your final in a one-sided affair. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Touching offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Casey Hayward with a sack on a well-timed corner blitz. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. They'll drop the throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Down. 70, Indy. Two.
Back to throw here. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Andre Holmes, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed.
Ready. 10 logo. Watch the slam.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell him.
Let's go now. 60 yours.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Come on,
so a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw, rolling to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Hey, we got four down. Five.
He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Good job.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Ready, set. 52. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Flush to his right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Got it. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Watch the slant. Keep him.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Second and goal from the 1. Second and 1. Steps away. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense? defense right there. The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find...
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Thomas Davis picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Denzel Perryman in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the top, but just the hope. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstaying
I came to win.
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you. So let me see that greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it.
Ready, ready! 70, Indy! Ready, ready! Go now! 10 Lobo! Let's go!
Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Putting love when it's shot, when they try. Keep a different vibe. It's you down the ride, down the tide. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good.
Here we go.
They
the outlaw.
clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the blues. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the blues. Yeah, the beats leave me in the street.
Lonnie.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coops. Oh no, I keep the number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. So gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game. Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better.
Sure don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
You know what they say. Something's gotta give. It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Denver Broncos. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
To throw now on first down. He's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, First play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Ready? 10-2 saw. Check, watch 54, watch 54. He get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Ready? 30 base. Mike 5-4. I got one. Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Review.
play action. They'll throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Ready up? 55. It's been a long day for you. Watch number 5. Watch number 5. Single.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
3 down.
He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Andre Holmes, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Ready. 90 Wolf. 55 to Mike. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T, grip.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Check 55, Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. Hit it.
They'll set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey. You got three.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here we go. 60 or. He don't know no better.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we head out west to the Golden State. Check on the Rams at home in LA. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Finally, let's get to the desert. Let's check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Looking to throw. Going up top. And got his man complete. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. He shakes him off. Out to his left. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's how we do it, baby.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Ready, set. Come on, God, 55. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out right at the 35. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And brought down, but able to get it get to their 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Airing it out for Hamilton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage to give...
Set 18 Gator. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
It's our time.
Now back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Check.
2nd and 13. Flush to his right. Complete out right to Jake Butt. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
That's trash. That's trash.
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Rip left, rip left. Deep grip, deep grip.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Steps away. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The things got a little dicey there as soon as he exited the pocket out to the left.
And he ends up throwing it for no yardage gained. I don't know about you, but my high school coach, John Ford, if he saw a ball in the air and you got no yards out of it, he would have had a stroke, okay? Because his opinion, that ball shouldn't be in the air unless something good was going to happen. Tuck it away, try and pick up something, or just slide and get down.
Nothing good happened there, that's for sure. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got Hireman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Ready? 15, run. 15, run.
They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Harold Landry leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Ready, break.
Mike's by 4.
Ready, ready.
try and start this drive in the air. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.